Doing a segment. We're doing a segment. We're doing a segment. Everybody panic. Everybody panic. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. Yo, what's up, YouTube? If bad angle, corner, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm in a different place for a little bit. We're going to be bouncing back and forth between the usual set and this set. Take it for what it is. I can be myself here. I can express myself the way I need to express. So take this content like it is top tier. I need you to hit that like. I need you to hit that subscribe. I need you to hit that bell to stay notified. You know the drill. If Philly DeFranco could ask you for it, so slice that like button. Just do it out of respect. You saw the first 15 seconds. Just do it and then dip if you got to. It helps people who want to watch this shit. If you supporting the channel, hit the subscribe. You know, we at 900. Let's keep it there. This is going to be a quick overview of this point because I'm still doing a lot. I'm still doing a lot. A lot of fucking. I'm doing a lot of research on this.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
White battle rapper gets punched in the face after calling his opponent the N-word.
And like these other battle rappers, they talk too much, saying I can't use the N-word in this battle. My nigga, I just called you.
Okay, regardless of your feelings on it or whatever, I feel like I even know that league or whatever. Whatever, regardless of your feelings, that's not what I am here to discuss. I want to talk to you today about the state of Twitter. I want to talk to you about the state of Twitter. And I hate that when I say this, it's not going to resonate with the proper people at the proper levels and start the proper discourse. We're all still going to care about ContraPoints and Vosh. So it's out there. Let's move on. For all intents and purposes, whatever you think of Twitter, I need you to think about it like this from the foreseeable future. I think that Twitter has been extremely infiltrated with impersonators. I mean 4chaners, I mean trolls. I think that what you are seeing on Twitter is not ever an actual real conversation. Now, when we talk about people like Candace Owens, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, and the like, of course they drum up support, or even Joe Rogan if we want to go this large into it. They have their, effect on people. But that effect on people, I've been wondering for a long time, has to resonate somewhere with somebody, because it's impossible for you to hear some random dumb shit and just buy into it. Because for all I know, or at least in the realm of common sense, you can tell when somebody bullshitting you when they trying to find a line. But as of late, you've noticed that a lot of these conversations seem very binary. A lot of these conversations seem very, very off-putting almost. And when I say off-putting, I don't mean that regular off-putting. You know, that dumb shit that you're so used to. Oh, here's matter of fact, I'm going to show you two examples because one just popped up. Thank you to the person who sent that. Why y'all sending me shit while I'm live, but then don't be in the YouTube, bro? I need you in the YouTube, man. Where the YouTube at? Where the YouTube at? Where the YouTube at? Hit me up on the YouTubes. Anyway, I don't think the conversations you're having are real. And I know how big of a claim that is, but yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. The majority of political and or conversations by people who are big on the internet are fucking stupid. And I'm tired of pretending that there is a level of degeneracy we haven't reached. I'm tired of other people pretending that there's not a level of degeneracy we haven't reached. Like, let's really analyze the last few dramas and ask ourselves, was this something that like two people just like got crossed up in words for, or do I actually give a shit? Does this actually affect me in like the real world? Now, I understand live streamers. I understand myself even trying to become a quote unquote cult of personality, but like, if you can't control your environment, I don't think that like you should be at the forefront of generating discourse. And when I say discourse, I mean, let's be honest, millions of people watch the Philip DeFranco show. Millions of people watch Hasanabi. Millions of people watch Ben Shapiro. Millions of people watch Steven Crowder. Those people then make response videos. Those people then comment on real life stuff with a whole imbued layer of biases and opinions and strongholds and weak points that they themselves, at least from what I've seen, don't have the capability to sign off on it in a way that doesn't attract, that gets their point across. Now, obviously, as we talk about this, you're going to ask me, what the fuck does this have to do with Twitter? But this is the whole thing about the internet and its realm of, there's a realm of it comes with the territory. But people like Hassan cannot physically manage the response that they get. It's not built into what he does. He has addressed that, but the thing I'm trying to tell you is you know when like somebody says, I don't want to talk about it, but the chat keeps talking about it, and you know how I'll say, nobody's making you talk about it, you could do something else. If you're not built to turn that corner, and this is not like saying, oh, they're built differently. Like if you haven't steered a group of people that you talk to often into thinking a certain way at a certain time and then being able to transition, then it doesn't matter what you say. They will, every word that comes out of your mouth is a response to the thing. If I start talking about fucking Chainsaw Man, because it's like 20 Chainsaw Man pins staring right in front of me, if I start talking about it while there's a big drama controversy, my non-answer is an answer. So to separate that, okay, there's that world of let's say Twitch poll or just chatting or just this new era of hell podcasters and or content personalities. We're gonna figure out a better way to say streamers, because live streamers are not. That's not what's happening here. Anyway, so I was perusing this very funny video, and I saw this fucking tweet, this response tweet. That was unnecessary from a real black man, not African American. Not African American. And I thought to myself immediately, that's bait. But then I said, no. It can't just be bait. Because I know from experience, and especially the video I just uploaded about Joe, explaining the manosphere of Joe Rogan to my friend Melissa, that there's real people who say shit like that. So now I'm coin flipping on whether or not I should reply and or like give that response any energy, and I'm like, that's probably what this site is designed for. And then I said to myself, who would be most advantageous to want a blue check mark to get boosted up in the replies to say some dumb shit? The dumb people. So I kept thinking, I've already had this extreme connection between like 17 Brazilian accounts that were clearly fake posting about US news. I reported all of those. None of those got deleted. I did that proof on stream. I found it out literally as I was like working through. So that's evidenced. And I'm probably going to find a bunch more. But I said to myself, look at the fucking reach. Look at the fucking likes. A trained teacher of English, dancer, FIFA buff, Ronaldo fanboy, and geek at heart, constantly exploring the latest in tech and pushing boundaries. So I was like, okay. Kind of just a normal. And then retweeting Kenya news. So, based on the comment, it Africa. So that's gonna generate responses. And accounts like that, I believe, have taken over Twitter. I don't think you can take negative or this trans hate shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's so in a vacuum that we need to move from addressing these people in their domain and we need to create our own domain. This is what's leading me to say, I think Twitter should be abandoned, is what I'm really getting at. But I don't know how to say that to you without like tons of evidence, because my video or this video will only get so many fucking views here or there, blah, 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 this and that. It's like, yo, I really think we should abandon Twitter because I don't think we're actually having real conversations. And if those real conversations lead into shitty discourse from people like Sneeko, Andrew Tate, blah, 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 all these weirdos and these 16,000 podcast heads, oh, all you have to do is start drop shipping and you'll be famous and you'll be rich. Don't you want a side hustle? It's all MLMs all over again. It's wake up now. It's wake up now. Anyway, so I said to myself, or as this tweet just rolled through, I said to myself, wait a minute. Twitter was never about conversations. It was designed to cater to talking points only. Wrong! Twitter was something else in 2011, 2012. Vine was a place like there was no. I really need to tell y'all that every platform that exists right now has bent the knee to white supremacy in a form or another because it has to allow some form of, like, you wasn't there. Sorry, Instagram was different back then. And I hate saying back then because these new apps are fucking new and I'm not old. But like, if you were around when smartphones started gaining this capability, you knew that like Twitter, Tumblr was a real shit show, but that was just because that's where it really became about conversations, quote unquote ratios or whatever. When YouTube started popping off and Facebook consolidated and took over MySpace, when we started to be able to talk, it was always going to be where somebody was going to say some crazy wild shit and we were all going to go, my guy, are you good? I think all the blue check marks are just, wow, my guy, are you good takes? And they're doing that on purpose because that makes us talk about it, which makes it sound like a legitimate position. I don't think most people actually have that as a legitimate position. If we could figure out a way to become like this, but like positively, we could do something. But anyway, that's Twitter. Sorry, let's get back to the Twitter thing. So this dude, Zuby Music, has been popping up on my fucking page so many... Anyway, Zuby's been popping up on my page for a hot minute now. I don't know why. Yes, I could block, but this is a huge account starting huge discourse, so, you know, I gotta, I was also here in 2009. I was also here in 2009. We'll talk about that at the end of this because I don't wanna fuck it up for the recording. Um, this account that has 1 million followers, Real Talk with Zuby, just said the LGB folks need to distance themselves from the T's and Q's because they're destroying everything you fought for and creating increased resentment for your community. This has global ramifications too, not just Western ones. The fact that all these identities are lumped together anyway is purely political. It's logically incoherent. Most people wouldn't care about this stuff, but when activists and allies start overstepping hard lines, boundaries, and the rights of others, you force them to. People often forget that tolerance is a two-way street, and it's not the same thing as acceptance, support, nor celebration. Most people are not bigots nor hateful, but they have boundaries in their own rights and desire to be left alone too. That's all I have to say on this topic for now. As always, I expect thousands of people to miss the core point and start going off on random ideological tangents and painting with overly broad brushstrokes, but that's not my problem. Okay. I'm gonna break this down, and it's gonna come at the expense of here we go. We're gonna start with this point by point because that scapegoat of I expect people to miss the point. I expect people to miss the point. This is the other side of Twitter. Sorry, something's in my eye. I apologize to my YouTube audience. As you can see, I wish I could cut it out, but like I don't edit these because if I did, you would never see me again because I would literally be holed up for 4 years. Just consider me like a Hasanabi Productions channel. There we go. All right. Woo. Sorry, I had some bullshit in my eye. Oh my god, it's still there. Hold on. All right, let's go. We back. Let's do this step by step, break by break. Fuck it. The LGBT folks need to distance themselves from the T's and Q's. Okay. Transgender people are just people who are transgender. They can still be cis. I'm sorry, not cis. That's my fault. I'm fucking up. They can still be straight, hetero. Thank you. That's where I was going at. They can still be straight or gay or bi or pan or like you can be transgender, non-binary. Bro, it's not hard. This is not hard. So when you hear this, the LGB folks need to distance themselves from the T's. That's your first red herring. MQs, queer people. Notice that the LGBTQ, anybody who is not cis hetero presenting is queer. Like you are saying that they should turn on each other and reject a part of their shit, a part of their community because it's ruining it for everybody. Guys, I hate to tell you this straight up, but let's just replace the house black people. The house black people need to distance themselves from the field black people. We do this all the time. Bro, the light skins are white passing, so why do you consider yourself black? Bro, Bro! That's what you're saying. You're not making a greater point because you're still attributing that somehow lesbian, gay, and bisexual people earned the respect and privilege to exist kindly, and now like another group wants that, but they're wilding because we like y'all, just not them, even though y'all could be them. Why don't you just attack everybody? Why are you trying to distance yourself from a specific outlier group within that group? Doesn't that sound like everything that the quote-unquote government you hate has done? Regardless, okay. They're destroying everything you fought for and creating increased resentment for your community. Why is the community in quotes? What are you saying? Is there not a black Twitter? Do you exist in this world or the next one? Like, what are you talking about? This is global ramifications too, not just Western ones. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? You cannot have conversations like this and act like you're saying profound shit when you're just dodging straight ideologue points. What the fuck are you talking about? Please tell us, I missed the class. I missed the class. I missed the class. What is he talking about? And this is what I mean about random ideological like tangents. I can't follow yours because all you just said is that they need to do something because somehow like the fact that all these identities are lumped together anyway is purely political. It's logically incoherent. No, you asshole! What you said is logically incoherent. You can't just say that shit because then you're going to have to defend it. And you're going to try to defend this backwards circular ass argument with the next sentence, which is also wrong. Most people wouldn't care about all this stuff, but once activists and allies start overstepping hard lines, boundaries, and rights of others, you force them to. That is literally the argument against civil rights. That is literally when people say we shouldn't riot because MLK wouldn't have wanted it. Bro, they said the same shit. Most people wouldn't care that black people like want to exist. Just leave us the fuck alone. Why do you want our water fountains? And why do you want our shops? Why don't you just have your own thing since you don't like us anyway, since we enslaved y'all or whatever, even though I didn't personally, and leave us alone? What is the hard line? You didn't even bring up kids in here. And I love that shit. I love that shit. I love that shit. I love that shit. You didn't even bring up kids in this. Cause that's a lovely scapegoat that's gonna fall down in the comments somewhere. Like we said, we wouldn't care about it, but they started transing our kids. And it's like, so if an 18-year-old, so a person has to wait till they're 18 to become trans, but if it's harder to transition starting at 18 because you're going through puberty and it's harder to stop it the further along it goes, wouldn't they have to be a little bit younger? And don't, like, it's not like people are walking into fucking hospitals and being like, yo, I want to be a boy, and leaving the same fucking day. Like, that's... Just talk to trans people. Why are you so like this? The queer thing was a nice dodge. I gotta applaud you on that one. That smoked me. Very smart of you. Very smart of you. Very, very smart of you. People often forget that tolerance is a two-way street. No, it is not. No, it is not, bro, because then slavery wouldn't have happened. Are you crazy? Do you not know which world we live in today? Yo, my G, what is on this man? Yo, is he good? Is he fucking good? What's going on? What's happening here? What are you doing? The paradox of tolerance. If tolerance is a two-way street, that means that a transgender person and sadly enough, a white supremacist will eventually have to come to an agreement. This is the you can be gay, just not in my face argument. This is the argument. This is the I'm okay with your just the ramblings of another bought checkmark boosted turf, but it's loud. It's loud. And it's not the same thing as acceptance, support, nor celebration. Tolerance is acceptance. That's sympathy or indulgence for beliefs or practices differing from or conflicting with one's own. The act of allowing something. Toleration. So you've been lying this whole time. Just been lying this whole time. And it's not the same thing as acceptance, support, that's ironic, nor celebration. Yeah, that's why reparations, and that's why whatchamacallit, that's why not reparations. That's why Reconstruction failed. Because they said the same thing about black people. Most people are not bigots nor hateful. That's a fucking lie. If I could radicalize you in 10 minutes, like, but they have boundaries and their own rights and desire to be left alone too, then we wouldn't have this point. You're about to make the argument that we should have white pride as well. And when white pride leads into cross burnings, some of those that burn crosses are the same that burn, some of those who work forces are the same that burn crosses. And it's like, you know that like there are gangs inside the LAPD that literally make you hunt people. Like, why are we pretending this world isn't this world? L, G, and B are rooted in objective and observable reality. If an adult man wants to pretend he's a woman, that's up to him. But if he wants me to pretend that he's a woman, that's up to me. But that situation doesn't exist. I think we should abandon Twitter. I think that these people are not actually arguing in good faith. They want us to do what I just did and get sucked into the loop and make it a valid defense. So I can defend trans people by arguing against that, but a person who's just hateful doesn't give a fuck about what you say. The paradigm shift. Fuck with the boy. Like, subscribe. If you watch this entire thing, come to Twitch and give me the code 4312 and I'll gift you a sub for free so you can watch this for a free month. I don't know. Deuces, I'm out of here.